Alright, so even though this weapon took the longest for me to warm up to, I still ended up liking it, but nowhere near as much as the other weapons I've tried so far, for one main reason, which is that it doesn't have as much nuance as the others. It's the embodiment of the hack and slash playstyle, which by its nature only really demands one thing, that you keep swinging away until the amp gauge fills up, and then either keep swinging or go for the zero-sum discharge. And while going for a ride on a monster's head while you pump a steady stream of explosions into it never gets old, I think I prefer having a few other options and approaches that the other weapons allow me to utilize in a given situation. And even for a weapon like the hammer that only demands that you swing it, you still have to choose which charge move and charge state you think will be the most effective in the moment, which airborne assault you think will land all of its hits, whether you should commit to the big bang or the overhead smash, etc. But the switch axe, as I understand it, only demands that you be in an amp state as often as possible so you can fire off as many zero-sum discharges as possible, which means sticking to sword mode to constantly build up the amp gauge when it isn't active. But sword mode only has two combos, the X combo and A combo, both of which are easy to pull off and aren't too dissimilar from each other visually. If sword mode had felt more fleshed out as a weapon in its own right, with a bit more variety, I think I'd like it more. But at the very least though, it's made me appreciate evade extender as a skill. Being able to completely avoid an attack and then immediately roll back into the fray to continue dealing more damage is pretty sweet. And the extra crackle and oomph of an amp state slash is satisfying as well. So whenever I feel like putting on a fireworks show on a monster's face, I'll be glad to know I learned how to use the switch axe and can turn to it whenever necessary. I'd also like to mention real quick that I won't be trying out any of the long range weapons in Monster Hunter Rise. I've always had an aversion to guns in real life, and this aversion carries over into Monster Hunter. So in this case, my aversion stems from a personal bias rather than a gameplay one. When going out to fight these monsters, aside from a few projectile attacks, they are usually fighting for their lives using only their maws, claws, and tails. So it doesn't feel fair to me to pepper them from a distance with a steady stream of arrows and bullets when there are perfectly good melee options available that allow you to square up with these monsters, mano-a-mano, with roughly the same reach that they have. The resulting fight feels more balanced and frankly, more honorable to me that way. And it's for those reasons that I won't be giving the long range weapons a try, and will instead skip over them in favor of the melee options.
enough. Something's coming! Here it comes! Here's the best path. Here comes the pain! Distract! Awesome! Now I'm getting angry! Good job, buddy. Piece of cake! That's our target. Let's have some fun! You shouldn't have tipped me off! Be careful! Here it comes! Now I'm getting angry! All right!